New Shoes Day. And good morning. It's Sunday, February 24th. You know, got up, got files moving between hard drives, got dressed, put on my new shoes, and heading out to church. Be lifted up. Be lifted higher. Be lifted up. Be lifted higher.
Humility is the oxygen of heaven. That everything kind of comes out of is humility. It's not something that's, unfortunately, I hear talked a lot about in a lot of ministries. But in the Bible, it's top to bottom. The scripture's clear. The Lord resists the proud. He says, get away. Not interested. But he gives grace to the humble. It's so beautiful. It's so valuable. It's a humble heart. And it's so attractive. It so calls to the Spirit of God. He says, I'll give it all to you. That's the right answer. It's what I want, not what you're going to get. What would bless me? You'll be blessed because that's your heart.
And so the message was on humility today. Always a very easy one to hear, of course. You know, none of us struggle with that at all. But it was nice, and instead of running home to game with my buddies, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that my character is designed to be able to drop out of the story for a little bit, and I'll be late to the game. I already let Dustin know, just have me cast Detect Magic, disappear, and I'll appear whenever I get there. But David and Lindsay said they was headed to get some Chipotle and asked if I wanted to join them, and so I'm like, yeah, sure. Sounds fun. I always love some Chipotle. Oh, and hey, look, they got a new sign. Hello. My burrito definitely ended up larger than it usually would be. I'm okay with that, but. And that was fun. Hung out for like an hour. David and Lindsay, caught up with them. It was nice, but whatever. About 45 minutes ago was probably when my buddies began gaming, so I'm headed home. I'm gonna join them for some of that. So glad to have those off. They'll be nice soon enough, but it definitely takes a while before new shoes start feeling comfortable. So I'll wear those a little bit, a few times a week, and go back and forth between those and the old ones. And the reason I started wearing them is because I just got another pair of new ones. So you always have to have a brand new pair waiting in the wings. That's for sure. Anyways, I'm gonna grab some tea, and I bought some chips to go from Chipotle, and sit down and game with my buddies.
Adam, your turn.
Saddened by hearing the sound of my new companions murdering the innocents, I wander through the tunnels.
Okay.
They're not innocent, they're bandits.
They haven't done anything to us. They didn't. No. Just because the token on the map is an image of a bandit doesn't mean that they're bandits.
They're asking money for travel. That makes
No.
them bandits.
They asked if we had permission to go through, and we said yes, and they let us through. That is what happened, and then you murder them. You are terrible, terrible people.
Specifically.
You're monsters.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
I wild magic summoned a unicorn to help us.
That mentor, right? Yep. At the end of your turn, the unicorn makes an attack against that manticore.
What? Legendary action.
And hits it. And kills the unicorn.
Manticore.
It has turned out to be very helpful.
Manticore.
Yes, oh yeah. I said kills the unicorn.
Yeah.
That unicorn is fucking dead.
Aw.
Unicorn kills the unicorn. Alrighty.
And that was fun. Gamed with my friends for like 6 hours. It was like basically like 7:30 ish when we finished. Which is a long time, especially considering we gamed last weekend as well. It's not so bad when it's like once a month. That's a long time for a game that we did 2 weeks in a row. I really appreciate the more and more I think about it, the more I love the way that I've organized things for the games that I run with my friends. It was originally for filming, and just because we do it on a weeknight, and we play for 2 hours. And, you know, if you look at some of the older, especially as I've been moving files around, continuing to do that today, you know, it used to vary between like 1 hour to 3 hours, but it's pretty good at being like about 2 hours these days. So, you know, that being the case, it's like, it's a pretty good length of time. I like that. Sitting down for 6 hours, and really, I was late. They were gaming for like 7. Nope. Not a big fan of it. Which, the more I think about that, the more I'm like, you know, because my buddy David's going to be running a game, and between it being on Sundays and interchanging between here and out of town and stuff, it just wasn't going to work. But the more I think about it, like, even just for how long they play in a day, I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's way too long. I love to game. But, I don't know, man, maybe it's like something to do with my attention deficit or something, but it's like that length of a game, I'm just like, not for me. And yeah, I made some brownies. It's not my fault. You see, when I got the box of brownies yesterday and I put it in all in my bag, the milk leaked a little bit, and most of the stuff it got on was plastic. I wiped it off, no problem. The brownie box was cardboard, so it was kind of mushy on one side. I need to get rid of that before it, you know, sits around too long. So I had to make the brownies right away. Oh well. And I think I'm going to leave the computer moving files overnight again, which means I'll have to shut it all down before I can game tomorrow, because it's taking up space there. And I certainly hope to get to game with my buddies tomorrow, so yeah, I'll have to do that then. But I'm going to try and keep getting files moved around those hard drives. Just trying to get some organization, and pretty much one of them is going to actually be all like non-project videos, just other files that I'm like, other random projects, other things like, whatever, past year's Christmases, you know, back before I was vlogging or anything, I still record, you know, little bits of things, just because, you know, it's family time, and, or, you know, some stuff from old vacations, or whatever it may be, just sort of, it's like, let's just throw this all on an external drive, so it's not taking up space on the computer, just trying to clear up space there. Yeah, so, gonna keep working on that, otherwise be heading to bed. Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues. Good night.